Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. We're back on the 1976 Camaro. Last few episodes, we've been doing the interior. Started with absolutely nothing. Bought the car with no interior whatsoever. And bought a parts car with some crappy interior in it. And been fixing all the crap and making something out of nothing. So all the interior is done. Last episode we repaired all the dash, repaired this seat. Before that we put in new carpet, redid some bad door panels, rounded up a rear seat, headliner, everything. Rebuilt the dash, or the console, took out all the gauges. Anyway, if you haven't seen that, watch the last few videos. So we're completely done with the interior. Now we're doing the paint body work last, although we started at the beginning because I had from the parts car the scoop. Well, actually I had that scoop from I just had it laying around from another Camaro. Took the 3-piece rear spoiler, so we kind of did some paint or some body work. Paint, I mean, we painted some black underneath there. What did we do around here? We repaired a bunch of rust and everything around the rear window, and filled in some luggage rack holes. So we've done a little bit of body work, but the rest of it will be last. So we're, I don't know, halfway through maybe. So now we're going to go through it mechanically. Going to get all the mechanics done. And then once that's done, we can start the body work. But the mechanics wise of it is not too bad. The guy I bought it from put on all new brakes, and from what I can tell, he did a pretty good job. Did all the brakes, drums, hoses. But that we're gonna find out. It's got good tires and rims on it, although they're way too small. Too skinny, too short. And it's got old shocks and stuff on it. I think he's just done the brakes, and he must. I don't know if he put the tires and wheels on it. And the first thing I asked him is, "Man, it needs some new tires and wheels." He's like, "Yeah, they're pretty small." So I don't know. He may have bought it that way. But so yeah, we're gonna get her up on jack stands. Gonna get her up in the air a couple of feet or a foot. Some big jack stands. Oh yeah, well we did have it up in the air at the back anyway. Put a gas tank in it. Or we put the old gas tank in, put a trunk floor in it. And then put the gas tank, hooked that all up, and the differential cover was just on there with one bolt. So it was empty. Filled that up. We'll see if that's okay. So we were underneath there messing with the back. I did a little, I think I painted the gas tank and stuff. But we're gonna do the rest of the bottom of the body, floors, welded in those patch panels. So we're gonna get up underneath there, grind it down, maybe put a little pour 15, a little undercoating, a little paint, get it looking good underneath. Got brand new shocks in the trunk, like I said. Not very much at all. Cheap, brand new Monroe shocks, $100. shipped for all four. Pretty cheap. Compared to the van, was almost double that. It's like 190 bucks because of the two front ones were very expensive. But anyway, front and rear for a Camaro, cheap, 100 bucks. Don't know now about the tariffs and stuff, but got them. So we're gonna do that. Gonna get under here and check all the front end. Transmission leak. Guy told me that when I bought it. He says, the only thing is transmission leaks. Where? I don't know. That's why we're gonna get her up in the air. We're going to, I've had to fill it up twice now. Once when I got it, and then sat here for a couple of months doing all this work, and sure enough need another quart or two of transmission fluid for it to start moving. So we'll grab some cardboard, lay that underneath there while we do the other stuff, and see if we can see a drip. It's going to be a drip, drip, drip from somewhere. Hopefully something easy. Engine wise, it runs great, but we got some brand new headers, pipes and mufflers for a dual exhaust system. Whether we get to that this video, I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to show you before we jack it up how low this Camaro is. I know it's starting to get dark out. She's only a few inches. The cross member's only a few inches before it hits the ground. She's low. I know mainly because of the tires. Our little 14-inch P185s. We ain't gonna have much room to hang that exhaust down. It's gotta be tucked right up against the floor almost without burning the carpet. But so yeah, we got that to do while it's up in the air. Like I said, I'm not sure if we'll finish it this video, the whole exhaust system, but I went over in the last few videos about, showed you the pipes and the mufflers, well actually resonators. See, it'll be a little loud. Yeah, this just had just a little exhaust pipe going to the passenger side, a few feet, and everything else was cut off. Probably because guy bought it from started patching the floors, and the exhaust was going to be in the way. Needed the whole trunk pan, so yeah, he probably just cut it off and threw it away. That's fine. Single exhaust anyway. We're going with duals. We need a little pep for this 305 2-barrel. And later on, we're probably going to put a 4-barrel and an intake on. I do have a brand new 4-barrel still left over, so one of those Chinese quadrajets. So I do need an intake though. So, but that'll be a little bit down the road. Like I said, we're just gonna take the tires, jack her up, check the tires and everything off, check the brakes over real good. Brakes work great. Been driving around here, but just to show you and just to see what all he's done to it. But from what I can remember, everything's all new. Tires and wheels. I want, before the big 145% tariffs, or 125, whatever they were, 104, before they hit, I went ahead and bought a bunch of shit. Well, I bought 4 brand new tires. If I don't use them for this, I'll be using them for something else. And I would like to use these 16-inch tires I bought this parts car that are on there. Figured out, couldn't figure out whether they were older IROC wheels or S10 Extreme wheels, and that's what they ended up being. Problem is, I can't find center caps. These are 16-inch, but all the tires either got, the tread's not real bad on it, but it's just got cuts and grooves and stuff, and all the tires are junk. So I got a set of 225 60/16 tires that'll fit right on here. So I found these in my junk tire rim pile, and oh, so close, so close. See, they clip in. They clip right in here, but they're a little bit short, right? So then I got this junk Safari Astro van thing, and guess what? It's got the same type of hubcaps. So I took one off. See, took one off, put it on there. Too big, a little bit too big. So then I measure it, and that is 7-inch from across, 7-inch. This is 6.5. 6.5. Van 7. I measure it. I need 6 3/4. So I go on eBay. Nope, can't find any. But there are some old style. That's what I wanted to check. What were they on? Like the 93. I recognize them, like the 93 to 97 salad shooter, I call them. Camaro rims. And it says in the ad they are 6 3/4. I don't know if I got any. At one point I had a set of 4, but trying to find them where they are, I'm not sure. But the ends look different. These little things here look different. Anyway, I meant to see if I could find them and see if they'll stick on there. If I can find some center caps, I'd like to use them rims and tires, or them rims, and put my new tires on there. So if I can do that, we'll put them tires on there, because like I said, we're going to be up in the air taking the tires and rims off anyway. What I'm going to do with them Kragers, I don't know. Probably just keep them for a car, maybe for a little smaller car. Maybe I bought some rims and new tires for my 72 Nova. I don't know how they'd look on a later model Nova. There's Nikki there. But anyway, I'll just save them. I don't think anybody would buy them. I think these are the type of tires they use for a lowrider. You know, the big lowrider with hydraulics and stuff. They want real small tires. That's what these are for. Anyway, guys, let me get it jacked up in the air on jack stands, and I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll give a little tour underneath there and start pulling them shocks and everything off. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I did find them center caps. I do have a set of rims with caps on them, plus another set, or 3 of them laying on top of that. So this is the exact diameter it needs, 6 3/4. See, it fits in there perfect. But it don't grip. Little deals here don't snug on there. So I don't know what I can do. These are just junk. If I could take them off and little teeth off and glue them around there or something, I don't know. But anyway, I'll have to keep trying, I guess. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, it's been a few days. As you can see, I got a new recruit. If you haven't seen the video, go ahead and watch it. Picked up a 67 Camaro basket case. Well, we're going to restore it. Also a video of where I bought this from. Guy has 400 cars. He's going to retire and crush them all in a few years, or most of them, and they're all for sale. So watch that video. Okay, so now I'm back to the we're back to the 76. Got her up on jack stands. I said we got new shocks. It hasn't rained in about a week, but I it's supposed to rain, I don't know, tonight or tomorrow, and I just heard thunder. So anyway, I think I showed the shocks. We're gonna put all them on there. Okay, I'm gonna check over all the brakes. Like I said, I bought this from a guy who started restoring it. He started with all this little welds and everything. I don't think he's much of a body man, but let's hope he's a better mechanic. So he said he'd done a new brake job, and it looks good. New pads, new wheel cylinder. I think he put in a new brake line, soft brake line there. I know it's getting kind of dark, but notice the shocks were old, and we're going to replace them. Yeah, brand new brake drum. So he had this spacer on there. These little teeny Kragers. I think we're going to do away with them. We'll put them over there for now. Yeah, we already had this jacked up before, because did the trunk pan that he supplied. Got a pretty good deal on this for all the work that he done to it. I mean, the money spent and stuff. I mean, $1,000, and got it running pretty easy. But anyway, had to put the gas tank back in after the welded the trunk floor in. So we already kind of been under here. And then, of course, the one bolt on that diff cover, filled it up with fluid and sealed it up. Hopefully it's good. I don't know why he had it off and left it off and didn't put the bolts inside the car or anything, but there's a few other cars in the garage that was his dad's. His dad had a few cars there all torn apart, so it was like a big 3 or 4 car garage there. But anyway, so yeah, we haven't, this was already painted black. He must have done that, but I haven't 415'd or anything under here. Okay, so we just check out the brakes. They're good. Okay, front brakes look like new rotors, guys. Looks like new rotors, new pads. I'm gonna assume that he put in wheel bearings or repacked them, make sure they were good. Yeah, you can tell by these studs. These studs are brand new too. So yeah, he's oh yeah, new brake hose. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I think we'll be leaving this up on the jack stands for a while. It's such a low rider. It's going to be much easier doing all the body work while it's jacked up like this. We're going to have to get some panels back in alignment, strip her down the metal, take off all this trim, this busted trim here, dented. I don't think any of them are good on the parts cars. We're probably just going to leave them off. Okay, well, we did a good job on the brakes. One thing we don't have to do, all the brakes, like we did on that van. Man, that thing was a pain in the ass, just locating them. Yeah, this is all Bondo here. But okay, I said the rain. We need to put some cardboard underneath there and check. I had to move this around because we should drop this off, and I had to move it back and forth. I wanted to leave it in one spot so we could see where the drip, drip, drip of the transmission fluid is coming from. It was all dirty and dirt under there, and yeah, I seen a couple little spots, but we really need to get some junk cardboard, stick under there, and crawl underneath there and make sure we find them leaks on the transmission fluid. We need to fix that, and hopefully that's all there is underneath there. I just been blowing with the air blower, blowing all this dust off, and you probably can. We'll come back tomorrow and I'll show you. There's the exhaust cut off right there. We'll come back tomorrow when it's a lot lighter, and need to clean up and undercoat the floor patches there. Did some floor patches all the way around. or the guy I bought it from did one, I did the other on the back, and then patched it up at the front. We need to kind of clean all them up, grind the welds a little bit, undercoat it, make it look pretty nice under there, and probably pour 15 a bunch of areas. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do that. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, before I forget, I went to check my P.O. box. Too Fast Todd, enjoy your new shop sign, custom built just for you. Nobody else will have one like this. So you make, it's plug in or have a light or something, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, it's just a deal that hangs up. Yeah, thanks. I'll be back. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, before I bought this place, I had another shop, and I had all kinds of stuff. I mean, tons of stuff on the walls, especially license plates. I got a couple of bins there full of license plates, posters, stuff like that Miller Lite sign. Got a stack of posters over there underneath that paint. But as you can see, this is a metal building, so I can't just tack or nail stuff on the walls here. You know, the only way is to put wood over top all that, and wood is very, very expensive nowadays. So, but yeah, I'll hang it up. We got this thing here. We can find something to nail it to. Okay, yeah, appreciate it. If anybody wants to send anything like that, got the address in the description. But there it is there. Clunkers and Classics, P.O. Box 262. Okay, so if you got anything you want to send, especially for this car, this thing's going to take a lot of time. I don't mind the time, but a lot of money. Watch the video of this, because I did get a bunch of new parts and stuff for it, but not much. I still need 90% of the parts for this. Rebuild it. But yeah, if you want to send anything, go ahead. Probably my email's in the description too. Just email me and say, yeah, I'm sending you this or whatever. So that way we don't get people sending the same stuff. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Front shocks, rear shocks. If anybody wants to know the numbers, front shocks 32066, Monroe number. Oh, made in USA. Figured they'd be made in China. But anyway, yeah, they were like $100 for the four. And the rear ones are 32112. Okay. Hopefully they'll fit, and they sent me the right ones, but we don't know yet. I'm fixing to throw these in the burn barrel. Got the old burn barrel going there, so just figure I'd show you the numbers first. I'm gonna probably get a light out and put these rear ones on there right now. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Right as I was throwing them empty boxes in the burn barrel, I was thinking, oh shit, what if they're wrong? See that? See how it mounts there? That's the same there, but wrong mount. And it didn't come with extra shit like those other last shocks for the van did. I don't know if I can make something work there to make this new shock work in there, you know? I'll just turn off this flashlight. Dude, that van, I got all this extra shit here. I think it was the van. All kinds of stuff. I'm just gonna have to go check the listing that I got it up on eBay and see if the listing says it fits the Camaro. I'm just gonna message him and say, hey, what's up? Let's go ahead and see if we can see what's the front ones might be the same. They look to be the same, but I'll figure it out. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, front one seems to be the same. So we can put them in. Okay guys, next day. The rear shocks, the picture in the eBay listing showed the factory thing that comes down to here, and it listed it for 76 Camaro. So I messaged the seller. He hasn't responded yet, and I sent him a picture with the new one beside it with a different mount. I said, you sent me the wrong rear shocks. So we'll see what he says, but it's been 3 months since I bought the shocks. Okay, just getting under here looking. This was just kind of really loose. It was hanging down on this side. The dust shield, inspection cover, whatever you want to call it. And then the other bolts were just loose. I took that off. It's been leaking some fluid. And this wrench was just laying in there like that. Little stubby 5/8. So the drips are coming from the shifter cable here, but it's also leaking inside the inspection cover. So I don't know if it's just the pan gasket or what. Hard to say. Go look at the other side. I'm just going to wipe it all down and let it drip for another day and see if I can see where it's coming from. Looks like a brand new starter on here. Yeah, it was all dripping right in here. Hopefully it's just the pan gasket. But yeah, it's sitting up here permanently now, so we'll wipe it all off and let it sit. Got a big old bracket mounted to the cross member for the exhaust, and this would be right in here is where the factory catalytic converter would have been. And the exhaust is cut off back there. So yeah, the transmission cross member has a hump on both sides. So if you were to run duals, you know, you would run it here like the factory single. Then you'd have to curve it past that hump. That's right beside the drive shaft. And then you would have to do the same thing on the driver's side. You're gonna have to keep it right up real tight here. Yeah, I don't have an exhaust bender or nothing like that, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. We'll get underneath the front. There's the new front shocks I put on there last night. There's new brake hoses and stuff on this side, all new brake stuff. Same as the other side. So, yeah, let me wipe off this transmission and figure out what I want to do with this exhaust here. Well, the first thing we got to do is put headers on, and hopefully they'll fit. They should, but it's gonna be coming down right in here somewhere. I think the passengers are always the tightest fit, so we take off the passenger, and there ain't much room in here, but oh yeah, okay, it's right there. Yeah, it's gonna come down right in here. Yeah, I might take the old exhaust off and okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm not sure. You can see where the transmission's leaking right there. So it's so gunked up. It's either the transmission pan gasket or the shifter seal in there, which might be a pain in the ass to do. But I do have a new pan gasket. I could take that off and put that on there. And if it's still dripping, we know it's coming from there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, it's almost summertime. Ready for a cooler. I got this from Vevor. Tough Tools half price. Vevor makes a lot of good stuff. Okay, it came well packaged, and it's just a regular cooler. It's not one you plug in or anything. So it's pretty big. I don't know exactly how many square feet type thing it is, square inches or whatever. It's got a drain plug there. Heavy duty locks, 2 handles to pick it up, and then wheels on it, so you can, you know, wheel it around to the beach or the river or the lake, picnic or whatever. I'll put a link and everything in the description, and check them out if you need a nice heavy duty cooler. Okay guys, I need a rear view mirror for this. Last time I bought a new one, I bought two or three of them, and I can't find the other one I didn't use. So I went to some junk cars. This one's like a Isuzu, no, Nissan SUV thing, and this one's a Jeep. Now the only problem is these deals here are bigger than what come on the factory windshield. See that little thing? It's too small to fit over. It's too loose and it'll fall off. So what I'm gonna do is I guess I could use this one. Oh, it doesn't matter. These three here are all takes this bigger one. Well, now here's gonna. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind that down a little bit, grind down the one on the windshield, and JB weld it on there. Put a little bit of tape, hold it, and then we can slide this mirror over it, put the screw in, and it'll be good. Or we could put that one on. Well, that one's got a weird little clip. That's out the Nissan, I think. What a hell of a time getting that off. Either one. This one. See, this one will fit. This one will fit right in there. Oh, actually it goes like that. Just like that. And tighten her down. Okay, so let me do that. We'll be done with the rear view mirror. Okay, it rained, so everything's all soaked, but I got under there and 415'd a bunch of, these were new calipers as well. So I put a little 415 on there, a little 415 on the frame and stuff. We're not going to paint over rust like a few YouTubers there. They're restored. No, we don't do that here. I sanded it down, had some sandpaper here, scuffed it down, put some 415. Same with these drums were new. They're starting to flash rust. So just used up one little can that I had and went around all four corners there and did a little bit. And then underneath where we patched the floors, underneath there, like I said, it's all wet and stuff. We'll get under there later. As far as the exhaust system, I showed you the way it went. I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm going to try to find a muffler. I got these two they're just resonators, you know, you can see right through them. They're not going to help for noise or anything. I mean, it'll be great for a car with headers and dual exhaust, and have them come out, it'll be pretty loud. But I think it's going to be a little complicated doing that exhaust. Going to need some, you know, benders and everything to get around it. It's got to be just in, you can't, like most of these cars, I just put headers and two pipes back there and it doesn't, you know, you're not going to hit the ground or nothing. This thing's too low to the ground, and everything's going to have to be tucked up in there and curved, just, you know, I showed you by the drive shaft and all that. Everything's going to be in the perfect spot for it not to hit the ground. So I'm just going to leave it for now. And in fact, I think I'm going to leave the 2-barrel on there for now too. I got another 4-barrel right here, but I don't have an intake. Oh no, that's right here. It's another Chinesium quadrajet. I think I'm just going to leave it all. It runs fine and everything, but yeah, realistically, I'd like to put a 4-barrel intake, 4-barrel, and headers and dual exhaust. But to tell you the truth, I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I just ordered a whole bunch of parts, or fixing to order a bunch of parts for the 67 and get to working on that. But we want to get this painted at least. You know, we can put all that stuff on later. I'd rather it be done, and then once it's painted, it's done. But later on we might do the eggs and all that, but it's going to be very difficult without a bender and all that. So, and probably more pipe than I got. We can use all them pipe and them headers for this if we end up putting a small block in it, an old style, instead of an LS swap, which possible. Never know what junk car I'm going to come across. Could come across another truck or something with a good LS in it and convert this, but I'm not sure yet. So anyway, I think we're going to leave that. I'm going to go ahead and take the round it up. I think I said I got a couple of transmission pan gaskets, and I got more cardboard here, so I'm going to cut up some cardboard, lay it down there, and probably tomorrow, and take that transmission pan off, seal it up real good, put it on there, fill it up with new fluid, and see what happens. See if it's still dripping. If it is, we'll have to take that linkage apart and figure out how to put a seal or something in that. Anyway, contacted the seller for these shocks that are wrong on eBay, and I'm gonna need the box that it came in, pictures of every side of the box, pictures of the sticker, label, all this crap. And I said, I threw it all out. I just sent him a picture of this shock against the other shock. I said, it's completely wrong. I said, your picture's right, but you sent me the wrong ones. And then I did have the part number, so I said, this is the part number you sent me. I need 2 rear of the right shocks. And haven't heard back, so it's the weekend. So I don't know what's going to happen, and it's been 3 months. I bought them 3 months ago, so you might just say, F you, and so anyway, that's the situation with that. If I can't get that resolved, I'll just have to buy 2 more. They're like I said, all 4 shocks were $100, so that's like 25 each. Well, they're like $42 each at AutoZone. So I'm not going to go through AutoZone and buy them for. I'll see if I can find them for $50 on eBay and buy them. $50 for the pair instead of 80 something at AutoZone. Okay, well that's the update. We'll be back tomorrow there. I need to get some truck bed liner. What I did was I coated all around those patch panels for the floor. And then what we're going to do is put a coat of bed liner over all that. I'm going to use bed liner instead of use it as undercoating. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, guys, we got the pan off. Looks like a new filter and bolts and gasket were just laying in there. There is some gunk built up. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put that back on. If it fits, maybe it's the wrong one and somebody just shoved it in there. Anyway, it's got a dent. 2 dents there and there. I'm going to bang them out and then clean it up and put the new gasket on. If I got some gasket sealer. If I don't have any gasket sealer, I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, got the pan all cleaned out. Banged out the dents, and got a new gasket, some sealer on there, so I'm fixing to put that on, fill it up with new fluid. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I took the tires and rims off the 77 white parts car. We're gonna use them on the 76 blue one. I bought new tires about a week or 2 ago. Off of eBay, 225 60/16s. That's what size rims these are. A lot taller and a lot wider than them damn little skinny Kragers. I think when I looked these up, they're supposed to be off a S10 Extreme, 16x8. Whereas these little Kragers they're who knows what they are. Look like trailer rims, 5 or 6 inch maybe. Just way too small. I'm gonna just use them probably on this roller for now. Oh, I'll get a one of these tires to that one and match them up, so you can see the difference. But yeah, it's gonna fill out the wheel wells pretty good. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some big wide Kragers and all that fat tires, but it ain't in the budget. Got to do with what I got. I don't know if I mentioned, I may have in the beginning of this video, but these are they didn't come with center caps. These ones I had laying around, they almost fit. They're about 1/4 inch too short to fill up the, but it doesn't snap in. And then these ones, I think that's 6.5. And then I do have a set of these are 6 3/4, which fits the circle perfect. But again, they don't snap in. So I'm not sure what I can do about that. And I can't find any on eBay. I guess you're gonna have to get the exact ones for a S10 Extreme. And I looked and looked and looked. And there's really 3 different sizes of these. And I do have a different size on that Astro Safari van, but it's a little bit too big. So I know there's at least 3 sizes. We need the 4th size. Well, this is the right size, 6 3/4, but we need the right deals to clip in there and stay in there. But for now, I guess we'll leave them off until I can figure out something. I know they don't take a steel ring or nothing. I mean, these don't, but maybe you need a steel ring on there or something to snap them into these rims. But anyway, got a tire machine. We'll you know, go ahead and clean this off and take off the old tires and put on the new tires. So I'll be back. Okay guys, here's one of the old tires off the rims. Yeah, it's 16 by 8 from there to there. Just measured it. It's probably written on there somewhere. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of tire valves and patches and stuff. So I'm gonna put a new valve in there, in all of them. Okay, I'll be back when I get the new tire mounted on there. Okay guys, there's the difference. Stand them straight up. Look how small they are compared to these new tires. Made in Vietnam sticker on it. So okay, 3 more to go. I'll be back. Okay guys, there they are. Fill out the wheel wells. Nice. I'm not going to drop it off the jack stand, see what it looks like, because I still got to get a muffler, make sure the transmission ain't leaking. Let's do some undercoating, and it's a little chore getting her all up there, so I didn't want to. Anyway, we have to check it later. It looked pretty tight on the white car. It looked pretty tight up here, but I think as long as this is not lowered, as long as nobody heated the springs on it or anything and lowered it. Can't tell with them little tires on there. But anyway, we'll have to wait and find out. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do that stuff I just mentioned. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, it's only got a couple hours of daylight left. Well, probably an hour and a half. She was hot today, sun blazing, about 80 degrees. Okay, picked this up at AutoZone. I wanted the 12-inch. I think this is, I don't know my glasses, 18, I don't know whatever that says. But they were out of the smaller ones. Said they had one in stock according to the computer, but he couldn't find it. O'Reilly's didn't have one, Napa didn't have one, or anything like it. So we got this long one here, and I think that's all we're going to put on. I said I need one like this because it goes in the hump to the, see, it's like those resonators I got. Goes up beside the drive shaft, so I can't put a regular muffler on. If we could, I have a turbo. Yeah, this was off the red El Camino, or it's a Flowmaster, I believe, right there. But a big one like that ain't gonna fit. Sound good, but she won't fit unless I make some pipes coming, curve around and up and over, and put it under the back seat pan type area. But for this, we can just stick it on there, make a little downspout tube on the end. Anyway, I'm fixing to put that on. Gathered up all that old cardboard. It's in the burn barrel burning, and I got some new cardboard down there. We'll have to get this, look at this before tomorrow night. Tomorrow night it's going to rain again, but tonight, tomorrow, we'll see if there's any drips. I got another piece of cardboard here, fixing to crawl underneath there and put this muffler on. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got my glasses on. Yeah, it's 23 inches total, 18 inches from here to here, but total 23 inches. Like I said, I wanted to get the 12-inch one, put it back there, but this is going to be too long. So what we're gonna have to do, probably cut this off. Hopefully I can weld to that. Cut that off and weld it to that. See, this is all pretty strong. Like I said, it has a bracket to the transmission, and this is just a pipe where the catalytic converter went. And try to grind that down best we can. I don't think I want to try to take that off. I probably should. But anyway, we want to get the thrush muffler right in here somewhere. I know I'm probably going to touch that emergency brake cable, but not much we can do. See, there isn't that much room in between the floor. Anyway, there's the, I put the 415 around the edges of that. I bought some undercoating, so I'm gonna spray some undercoating. Same with this rear floor. Yeah, there isn't a spot up here to put a big muffler. You'd have to go where the factory one is, in between the rear end and the gas tank, sideways. And yeah, we're not gonna go through all that. So yeah, I could try to attempt to take that off. If it breaks, I'll put another nut and bolt on there. That way I could weld it on a lot easier. We'll figure it out. Okay, I just thought I'd show you underneath here. For now, I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to undercoat over the dirt and this stuff here. It's not too bad. I just want to get where the floors were repaired, undercoated. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I unbolted that little pipe, cut that end off there, and we're just gonna weld that. Got this side ground down. I'm gonna put that in there like that. It does fit. I tried it already. Can't do it with one hand. Okay. Just gonna weld that in like that, and maybe put a downspout on it and bolt it back in. Yeah, at first I unbolted this and I thought they welded that. It wouldn't come off till I almost got through it with a sawzall, and then it broke loose. So anyway, that's gonna be it. So let me weld that on, get it bolted on, and we'll test it out, see how it sounds. I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it on there, running. I didn't put a downspout on it yet, it's too dark. I might make one tomorrow and put it on there. But anyway, it sounds a lot better than straight exhaust. And still loud, but okay. Oh, I need to leave it running. I'm gonna check the transmission fluid in it. Yeah, let me do that. Check the transmission fluid and fill it up, top it off, and we'll go from there. On the parts cars, I told you we're going to deduct whatever I sell off of them, and then probably whatever it's worth scrap when everything's done. But just sold 300 bucks worth of parts, 2 doors and the front and rear window trim. 100 bucks for that, 100 each for the doors. So can deduct another 300. I think that's 400 so far. So it's getting down there. That's okay. I thought I'd mention that. Yeah, I'm just gonna fill up the transmission fluid, let it sit overnight, see if there's any drips. If not, might put on a tailpipe downspout thing, and then get it off the jack stands. Well, no, we can't. I need it on the jack stands to do the body work. Anyway, first thing I'm gonna do is start body work, I guess, and we'll start taking off all this trim. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, think I'm going to end the video on that. Next video we'll start taking the trim, aligning. We got to align the hood, align this fender and this lower valance, stuff like that, and then start the grinding and the body work, start getting ready to paint. I run it up there, speedometer works, went through all the gears, so the transmission seems to be good. Let's see here, there's a couple little drips. I'll have to get up under there and look. I probably need to power wash all around that linkage and everything, because it's so gunked up. But yeah, that's mechanically, I think it's done as far as I know. We will take this for a test drive before it gets painted and everything. Maybe next video we'll or after I gotta get the lower body work done here first, since it's still up in the air. Then we'll get it down on the ground and maybe take it for a test drive, see how it does. It should do all right. Yeah, let me know what you think about these tires and what I should do about them center caps. He has different, I forgot to mention, there's different studs. Skinnier ones on the front and thicker ones on the back. So I don't know what he did. I think he changed over the front hubs. But yeah, the lug nuts for these Craigor rims were all different. Well, two different ones. So yeah. What else? Haven't heard from the eBay seller about these shocks. Parts Container, I think, is his name. He's actually not deleted. He out of stock, or put something on the ad for these shocks. But they're definitely different, and I haven't. It's now Tuesday. I contacted him like Friday and Saturday, and he hasn't responded back, ghosted me. So yeah, it definitely was the wrong shocks. The part number on the box, though, I put that in the search box on eBay, and it comes up as the right ones, not these ones. So these ones were put in the wrong box or something, unless they're all selling the wrong shocks, all showing the correct ones but sending these ones. So I don't know what to do about it. Like I said, it's been 3 months, so I can't send them back or get PayPal refund or anything. But anyway, yeah, that'll be about the video on this, but basically mechanically done as far as I know. And we'll just get going on the body work. I'm gonna get right now, gonna get the rear end out of the 77 parts car and put it in this, see if it'll fit. I get comments between 1 inch and 2 inches difference, wider. But we'll see if we can make her work, springs and all. So that'll be the next video. Try to make this a roller. I got her up on some things there. But if we can get a rear end in it and have it rolling and steering and everything like that, that'll be a good start. I've ordered a bunch of parts for it, and some have came in. And I need to order more here in the next couple days once my PayPal account gets replenished from I gotta get the parts before May 3rd, before they all go up 25%. All auto parts from any country go up 25% on May 3rd. So in fact, these shocks now have gone up 25%. They used to be 100, right? Well, they're all about 118 to 125 bucks now for 4 shocks. And they were made in USA. But see, that's the problem. They put these tariffs on other countries bringing parts in, up them by 25%. Well, what's the US companies do? Oh, well, we can up our prices too. And that's exactly what'll happen. So, yeah, it won't be cheaper buying made in America stuff. So yeah, they've all gone up in price now. even though they're made in America. So everything's going up, guys. So yeah, anyway, next video will be this, and then we'll get back to this, because I definitely want to get this painted before we get anything major going on this, plus the van. But okay, well, got the rear view mirror in there. I think we're done with the rear now. All the little stuff, rear view mirror. First thing we'll be doing is painting the jams before we paint anything. Paint the jams, paint underneath the hood, paint the deck lid after the body work's done. So anyway, guys, thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, share, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video.